Hey y'all, welcome to the Crafty Family where I like to do arts, crafts, I like to do DIYs, I like to do some recreations. I'm also adding home improvements to my channel, and I also love to do trash and thrift flips here. So I'm going to show you how easy and affordable um, it is to decorate for fall on a budget. I'm using Dollar Tree surfaces today and a window cling, and I also will be using a 12 by 12 cardstock paper. These 5 fall crafts will cozy up my office and bring warmth to the space without breaking the bank today, y'all. So, I just want to go over a few things with you guys, and I just want to say hi. My name's Tasha, and welcome to my channel. So for DIY number one, we're going to talk a little bit before we get into the whole process of this. But like I said, I'm using Dollar Tree surface. I'm going to be using this 12 by 12 paper pad. It's from a Hobby Lobby paper pad. It's just a piece out of there. It reminded me of like a Mackenzie Childs, like almost. But I'm going to use this throughout my entire video. So, did you guys know that decorating your office can actually boost your productivity and creativity? I have an office space where I create my videos, and I'm creating for my office space today. But yep, it is true. A cozy and inviting workspace can make a world of difference in how we feel while we're working. So let's dive into some fun ways to bring that fall vibe into your office without breaking the bank today, you guys. So a $1.25 surface right now, a cut up piece of 12 by 12 cardstock paper. We're going to size up to fit down in the bottom of this little tray from the Dollar Tree. And the tray has cute little pumpkins on the side of it. I thought that was so adorable. But I want to say, hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope you're going to get lots and lots of inspiration today. I'm bringing you 5 different crafts today, and I'm super excited to share some amazing DIY fall crafts with y'all that I'm creating using from these Dollar Tree items, you guys. And the best part, they're super affordable and totally charming. So let's get those creative juices flowing and make our office a cozy little haven this fall. So let's start by the fall vibes, where you get that more darker of an evening. And I'm going to use some black apple barrel paint, and I painted the outside. Now I'm going to go ahead and give this a coat in the inside as well. And I just did one coat, and then I'll go back over. You know, sometimes you see a little bit of the wood still peeking through. You just go back and touch those little areas up that you had missed, okay? So now I'm going to bust out my favorite thing here, some Mod Podge. It's easy to sit down and glue stuff down and walk away. Now on this one, I get impatient sometimes, and I did it wet on wet. Or, you know, I put it down wet, and I should have waited for it to dry first, and I did not. But that's okay. Let's go ahead and like and subscribe, you guys. Don't forget to do that. Go ahead and do that right now while you're thinking about it, before you forget and we get too far into this video. Because you guys are going to love what I'm doing, and I'll remind you again later if you forget. Okay, so we're doing the whole shebang here. We're giving the whole entire coat of Mod Podge all over the inside. And then this is where I laid down my paper. But before I lay down my paper, I want to go ahead and ink up the edges. And this is just some permanent ink we're going to use. You want to make sure you're using a permanent ink. That way when you put the Mod Podge, you know, and you mix it, it's not going to smear everywhere. So that's why I'm using this permanent pad here, which my pad has seen brighter days. I need to get a little bit of refill for it because it is going empty. And then now I'm just smoothing out the paper with the Mod Podge, and see how I'm doing wet on wet. I did the wet on the bottom and then the wet on top. Honestly, I really feel like you should wait till it dries, because this is where I notice bubbling happens when I do this. When I don't do this, then I don't get those crazy bubbles. But when I do wet on wet, I get them crazy bubbles. So you guys, I'm using all window clings and all Dollar Tree surfaces today, like I had mentioned before. So budget friendly, y'all. I got this actually last year in 2023, and it come with two sides. The other side had like a shiny sparkly side. I'm not going to be using that side today. I'm just going to use this side. But first we're going to pull off this pumpkin patch right here, and I'm just going to go ahead and trim it down the best I can. It's not perfect. It's not a straight line, but that's all right. We're not looking for perfect, right? We're looking for nice and complete, and as long as it looks good and it's not, you know, too bad looking, but it turns out so good, you guys. I love it. And then we'll go ahead and do the patch as well. We'll trim that down the best we can. Like I said, it doesn't have to be perfect. You just want to make it look nice and neat here. All right, and then we'll try to, and it kept wanting to stick to my finger. Call it a window cling. It's a finger cling too. And here I did have to trim just a tiny bit just to match the other side. And yeah, once I figure out, I thought I was going to trim those little pieces out too and use them. And I ended up changing my mind and not using that because, I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it, I guess. And it didn't match the pumpkins that I want to put, I guess, inside, if that makes any sense. Now we're going to go ahead and finish the rest of this off with some Mod Podge. I do around the front here and around the entire sides. And now I'm going to go ahead and lay down these window clings onto that Mod Podge so it will stick and dry to the surface. And then we'll just make sure we smooth that out, and then we'll go ahead and put another coat of Mod Podge over top. Now I didn't have any kind of bubbling or anything like that with the window cling versus the paper. I do, so maybe there's a difference with the cling versus the paper, but and then we just want to make sure we do the coat on top so those clings stick to our project here that we have created here. And I'll just do a heavy coat here of the Mod Podge. You guys, you'll have to let me know today which project you think is going to be your favorite one. I always like to know that in my comments. Your favorite. Now here I am taking my little baby iron. It's about the only one I could fit down in here. And just iron that down the best that I could. This little iron is definitely a kid's iron. It doesn't get too hot, but it does get hot enough to burn you. Okay, so let's go ahead and carry on with some antique wax. Now it is a little hard to see what I'm doing with the antique wax here, but basically I'm dirtying this thing up and making it nice and cozy and rustic, you know, like, I hate to say it, but fall is kind of like where everything goes from that dead look to just vibrant colors and all that stuff. So I'm in that in between right now, outdoorsy, woodsy look here with my fall this year. So I think last year I did more colorful. I did more bright orange and turquoise and like a redsy color. But this year I'm going a little darker and more whimsy, I guess, because I feel like that paper just brings in the whimsy feel. And then, yeah, we'll just go ahead and rub in that wax everywhere. And I'm also going to do the inside of the edges and the corners. And yeah, just a coat like this. And then I do rub that all in as well. You guys, I don't think I have done a project before without my antique wax. You know? But let's talk about some of the little changes we all face during the fall season as the leaf changes and the weather cools down. It can be tough to make your office feel warm and inviting without spending a fortune. But we want to create a space that feels cozy and reflects the beauty of the season. But it often feels like we need to just shell out big bucks for that perfect look. Well, I'm here to tell you that you don't. With just a few simple Dollar Tree supplies, you can transform your workspace into a full sanctuary without breaking the bank. So let's talk about today's little collab that I'm doing with my friend Jackie from Crafting in Mimi's World. We teamed up together today to bring you some autumn decor DIYs. I decided to transform my office space shelf into some projects, and yeah, I hope you guys get lots of inspiration here. So DIY number 2, let me tell you, don't forget to like and subscribe, you guys. Hello, pumpkin. I just love that saying, hello, pumpkin, in itself is just, it's absolutely amazing. I absolutely love that. Um, so, but you know, these crafts that I'm making today are not only easy to make, but they also add a personal touch, to your workspace. I can't even talk, you guys. Plus, they're a great, conversation starter when you have visitors around you as well. I mean, I know I'm making these for my personal workspace, but if I had an office um, with other people that sees my area, I think this would be great for that setting as well. So you guys, we have this Dollar Tree frame, right? This Dollar Tree frame is ready for us to just do whatever we want to do it, paint it however we wish to paint it. And that's what I'm doing here. I painted with the Waverly wax first. You guys already saw I went in deep with the wax over the little button things sticking up. And then I just brushed on the rest of what was left all around it. And now I'm taking my black paint, and I am just doing a dry brush over top of that on the sides, but I want to leave that dark, deep brown center alone. I don't really go over that. I actually wipe off any black that got onto that area as well. And then here we are. We're going to do the inside too, and I noticed my paint brush was running a little bit out of black, but I do go and fix that. And we're also going to paint the edges. And I also do paint the back of this project as well with my black paint as well, because I love a finished piece. Okay. So here we are with our window clings. I decided to use the pumpkins on this one, you guys, and this part I actually want to tell you, don't even worry about trimming that out right now. Do this part first and then trim the edging off of it. I didn't think about that at first because when I laid these down, I noticed they were really clear and see-through, and I didn't want that. So I just went in my stash and found some of this music paper, and yes, it's some Christmas paper, but nobody has to know that. They're not even going to tell. Could be any type of music sheet you'd like. But I'm going to use what I have in my stash today. And yeah, I am using these cute pumpkins. Okay, and then once I got them all glued down, you see here, this is where we're going to go around and trim. Now, see, I wasted my time, so don't be like me and waste your time. But this was actually an afterthought, so I guess it really wasn't wasting my time, but it kind of did, because now I'm having to cut around the edge again. So, okay, we haven't painted the back yet. Don't worry, I had to wait for the front to dry, but I had to pop the glass off and make sure I got that nice and cleaned because, you know, some of my paint from the wax and the black paint got onto here. And when I put this on, I want everything to be nice and clean as well. Okay, so here is the paper. We're using it again. I told you guys I found this idea in my head and I just ran with it. I was like, you know what? Let's make 5 projects with one paper. I was actually going to try to make 6, but I kind of sort of had a death. Well, I didn't kind of sort of, but I had a death in my family. So I kind of just had to stop crafting and kind of focus on other things right now. So you only get what you get this time, you guys, but that's okay. I think Jackie probably only did 5 as well too, so. Okay, so once I got that cut down and trimmed down, and then I have all my pumpkins as well cut down and trimmed down, I'm going to try to figure out placement for all of my pumpkins and try to figure out what I want to do with these. Now, you guys, also, I want to tell you I have a final reveal at the end of my video. I'm sorry I didn't have time to like cut in some of my reveal of each project after each, so please forgive me for that, but I am going to have a final reveal of everything in my office on the shelf and how beautiful it looks. And I'm also going to show you how it looks with, like, if I want all the lights off, if I have a migraine, because I do get those quite often, how I can just dim the lights down in my office and make it more warm and inviting. So you will see that too. And then here I'm just using my glue stick. Yes, the paper is not glued to the glass, so it's like I'm gluing right now the pumpkins to the paper. The glass is behind the paper. Okay, so I just want to say I hope you guys are leaving here with lots of autumn vibes today. This is a little different from what I usually do, so I thought I'd bring you something a little different here. And then I found this hello in my stash, and I just, like I said, hello pumpkin is my thing, so I really love that. So now I'm just taking whatever was left from the brown wax on my brush, and I mixed it with a little bit of this orange paint to kind of tone down and give us that rustic orange looking color. And yeah, I just did a coat of that, and now I'm just picking out where it like kind of slopped off in between the gaps there and the edges and so forth. But yeah, that's it. So then we'll let that dry, of course. And then I'm going to take, I believe this is a varnish. I'm just going to go over the top of these pumpkins because they were so shiny that I just was not digging that. Okay. And then I decided to add in just a tad bit more brown to bring out that rustic look here. And then I'm also going to get this glued down. And I'm just going to use my glue stick here. Like this. Voila. So simple and so easy. And then I go ahead and add in some Waverly wax at the very bottom just to make it look like the shadowy part from the pumpkins. And I really truly believe that just tied in the bottom of this project here. Yep. And that's it. All right, let's go ahead and hop right into project number 3, you guys. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, hit that bell button, you guys, if you love what I'm doing here. That way you don't miss any of my videos coming up in the future. So here we have a Dollar Tree surface. I'm just going to take my staple remover thingy. I'm not sure if that has a name, but maybe it's called staple remover. And remove the staples, and we're left with this, and I'm going to go ahead and give the top part a coat of black paint. And I'm just using that apple barrel paint from Plaid. It's just a cheap paint, okay? And then once we painted the top and the bottom of the surface, I went ahead and turned it around, and like I said, I love finished and completed projects, so I go ahead and paint the back of my project as well. You guys, I would love to know if you are getting any kind of cozy warm feel so far from my fall projects. You will have to let me know. Is this third project your favorite one today? I know it's not quite finished yet, but as soon as it is, you'll know in your heart if this is the one you love. So here we have it, all finished. Okay, I'm using another piece of that, and we're not going to have you watch me trim that down to get it to where it needs to be, down to the size. And then I'm just going to use one of these foam brushes, and I am going to put down some Mod Podge. And next, we'll just try to get this nice and even on here, like so. But I want to stop for a moment, and I want to say thank you so much if you have made it this far in my video today. I want to thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for watching. That really, 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 really helps my channel, and I so appreciate you. Okay, so this is me making a project saying give thanks, and that's me saying thank you to all my viewers watching right now and all of my continued supporters. You guys are absolutely amazing, and if you are coming from Jackie's channel, hello, I appreciate you as well, and I hope you become a part of the Sunflower Tasha family. Okay, so we are gluing down another one of these Dollar Tree clings onto another yeah, I know it's Christmas music, but like I said, nobody knows, and you wouldn't have known if I wouldn't have told you, but that's what I got in my stash, so we're just using a little bit of the music sheets here. And this time I picked out Give Thanks, and then I also found this adorable sunflower that was on there too, and we're going to use it. And I'm just using this, I used to be a Chalk Couture designer. I think Jackie still is, so if you love Chalk Couture, holler at Jackie. But I got that scrapey tool from Chalk Couture to help kind of flatten out some of that glue. So I have some paintbrushes here. I'm just trying to figure out which one we're going to use here. And to try to tone down the shininess, I don't know why, you guys, that I switched from Mod Podge to a varnish, but I did, and I don't know what I was thinking, but hey, it worked, and that's what we're doing. Plus, I'm actually not sure if I could have used my gel pens on top of Mod Podge, but I know I can with varnish. So these amazing pens that I'm showing you right now are called glaze pens. If you do not have them in your stash, you want to run to Amazon and find them. Sorry, I don't have a link for you. I'm not an Amazon affiliate or anything like that. But they are called glaze pens. So find them and you'll love them. In all things, give thanks. 1 Thessalonians 5:18. You guys, that is a great verse, and if you are a Bible lover like myself, I just had to share that with you guys. So this whole project is just me basically saying thank you to my viewers. You guys are so amazing, and I couldn't do it without you. So I will show you more of that later, but DIY number 4, don't forget to hit that like button if you haven't yet. Subscribe if you haven't yet, because I'm telling you, you're going to love it here. I love all crafty things. And yeah, so here we are, another Dollar Tree surface. This one's a kind of a new one. This is the first time I've ever seen this one at my Dollar Tree. You guys, I live on the west side I live on the east side in South Dakota. Or hold on, no, I live on the west side, so I live over in the Black Hills of South Dakota. And my Dollar Trees aren't as great as the ones on the East Coast for some reason. But there's that. I feel like my Dollar Tree is like the last one to get all the cool stuff, if you know what I'm saying. So Dollar Tree pumpkin, Dollar Tree window cling, again from that same one. I thought this one was so elegant. And then another music note. Why can't I not think of what that is after I've already said it a million times? Some heavy glue stick I'm doing here on this one. I don't know why I did it so heavily, but it looks very heavy. And I stick that down on the music note, and we'll set that off to the side to dry for a little bit. And then I made a mess, so I had to clean up the mess. But before I do that, let's make another mess, right? Let's use some more black paint. And I'm going to give this pumpkin a coat of black paint on the top surface, on the back, but around the sides, the back I'm going to show you what I do a little bit later because I want this to stand up, okay? But for now, the front part, we're going to do black, and then the sides, I am going to do with the brown, which is actually the Waverly wax. Nice thick coat there, right? So, you guys, there you have it. We have explored some super simple and creative fall crafts that you can whip up with just a few supplies from Dollar Tree and some paints from your stash, of course. But from those adorable little pumpkins to my little pumpkin patch, you know, my little hello fall and my gift things. Those things are just so easy and so budget friendly to make. I mean, you guys, you can remake these. They're so simple. If you guys ever want to recreate anything that I make, please do that and share it with me on my Facebook YouTube group. That is linked in my YouTube in my About section. So yeah, you guys will have to head on over there. If I remember, I will try to link that link also in my description box. That way, if you guys are not sure where the About section is on my YouTube channel page, that way you'll at least have it there, okay? But here we go. Once I got that, once that dried, I cut it out, as you guys saw, and I'm using that tool again to kind of scrape out the air bubble I got on this one. I think I put way too much glue on that one. Using my mini Q iron. Yeah, this iron was already right here that I had for the first project, so I just used it for the entire project instead of switching it out for the bigger one. But then I just put some Mod Podge here on the back of this. Now I'm doing this one a little thicker because this one's actually going to overlap that other paper and it's going to leave a weird edge. So I just want to make sure that we get this very glued down and it's going to stay very well on my project here. Okay. And then we just smooth it out. Just smooth it out. And then what we're going to do is just take the rest of the Mod Podge and give it a coat over top just so everything stays adhered. Simple, simple, simple as can be. So which is your favorite craft project today? 1, 2, 3, or 4 so far? Which one is calling to your heart that you think you would definitely recreate? Now I'm just scraping off all those stickers. Now that one sticker on the very top that had that weird hanger to so they can hang it up on to sell it, that left a big thick residue. I did not care to try to get that off at all. You could if you want, but it wasn't that big of a deal for me. Now I just take my zip sander and I sand off that funky edge left from the paper. Now I didn't paint the back because I wanted to show you guys this first. I want this to stand up, so I'm going to use a tumbling tower block, but this is the larger one, a larger size one. Now I'm also going to add a smaller sized one from the Dollar Tree as well to the back. But you can get the bigger ones at quite a few places like Dollar General. You can get it at Walmart. You could get it at Five Below. Yeah. So we're not going to watch all that. We're going to go ahead and hop right into DIY number 5 so we can hurry up and get to the reveal, right? I have this cute cube. I just had one in my stash. Don't ask me why I bought one random cube from Dollar Tree, but I so did. And I had one and I had no idea what I was going to do with it for a very long time. And here we are. Today is the day that we found what we can do with this cute little block, and we can make a little story out of it. So here we go. We're going to paint it. Of course, I'm sticking with the same black paint, and I totally made a mess. I'm like, oh, I'm not going to make a mess. I'll just squeeze some on top, and no, it totally dripped all down my finger, all down my other finger, and I made a mess and did the opposite of what I wanted to do. So, yeah, that's the story, and I'm sticking to it. So I got the coat off, went and washed my hands, of course. Now I had this strip left, and I was like, what can I do with this one strip of paper left? I did have a couple more pieces, like little or square pieces left, but I really couldn't figure out what to do with them. But I had this strip, and this just seemed to make my mind boggle, and it all came together, and here we are. And yeah, and we're gluing this down, and it's gonna look so cute, and I can't wait to show you till it's done. And I wish it was done so I could stop talking and just show you, but I have to show you how to make it first in case you want to make it. So yeah, the emotions of crafting. Once we do that, guys, I'm totally using a glue stick. I did not use my Mod Podge on this one. I go back and forth sometimes. But I like the clean edge. Of course, that one edge you're going to get that's not going to be clean where we started and finished. But that's okay. That's going to be in the back. You're not going to see it. And then they had this cute little sunflower on here. Your girl had to use it, of course, because I love sunflowers. And that's what my channel is all about, sunflowers. And not always, but sometimes I like sunflowers, and I add them to a lot of things, and we're going to do it for this one. And yeah, we'll do the same thing as we've been doing, gluing it down to our music paper here. And yeah, this one, I just smoothed out the glue, and I noticed when I smoothed out the glue over top of it, it kind of took away that shininess. So there's an idea too, guys, to just rub some more of the glue stick over top of it, and it will take away that shininess, okay? You guys, I did not have any regular Mod Podge. I only had glossy, so, this is where I found out, hey, there's a matte look if you want to do it that way. And once again, I go ahead and trim that bad boy down, and we're going to use some glue here to we're going to glue that to the center of my little block. Not on the top, but on the side, like so. Look at that. How adorable. I love it. And then you guys, I had this little sunflower piece in my stash, and we're just going to dig out a hole with this Dollar Tree poker tool thing, and I'm just going to poke it. I think I do like maybe 3 times. I poked another hole right next to it, and that didn't work, so I go ahead and poke one more hole. So it took about 3 little pokes and a swirl around, and voila, it fit perfectly. Perfectly. Love it. Tell me what you guys think. Here we are, final reveal, finally. Yeah, here we go. So this is all my projects on my wall shelf in my office. This is my little pumpkin patch with the little pumpkin, so adorable. There's my little sunflower block and my little pumpkin. This mirror I will link in my description box, you guys, and you guys can get some more some inspiration from that project too. But I just want to say thank you so much, you guys. You guys are so amazing. If you're still even watching this far on my video, I so thank you. Like, that makes me so happy when people watch my whole entire video. Yeah, so hello, pumpkin. Love it. Love my pumpkin patch. Love it, love it, love it. Lots more inspiration coming, you guys. Look how cute these are. They're so whimsy looking. I just love them. I like the little checkered look too. It's different. It's something other than my buffalo plaid, okay? Right? Now look at how cozy and warming this feels in my office with the little cute tea lights and little candle lights on there. Oh, it's so amazingly and so beautiful. Okay, thank you so much, Jackie, for collaborating with me. You are absolutely amazing, my friend. God bless you guys. I just want to say thank you again to all of you watching, liking, commenting, sharing, subscribing. It really helps to fund the supplies of my channel. You guys have no idea. So I just want to go ahead and end this, get some inspiration here from this video. Go ahead and tap my face now here, and it will let you subscribe to my channel. Bye, you guys. Go ahead and be the light, just like myself. Turn to the light like the sunflowers do and stand tall. Bye, you guys. Happy fall.